Hey YouTube, it's Product Zero,
I'm White Shadow.
and we're gonna do the our retro run for this month, and I'm gonna start first. So we went to a local thrift shop early on in the month, and we actually found a lot of good finds. Some of the ones that I got are a lot of Game Boy stuff actually, which was one was Zelda Oracle of Ages.
Great game. Love that game.
Oh yeah, and
Such a pain in the ass, though.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like, oh.
And, one of my childhood favorites, which was Pokemon Red. It's actually one of my first Pokemon games. And one I've been looking for a little while, Pokemon, the card game. Going along with the Pokemon theme, I also picked up Pokemon Sapphire. And later find, a couple days later, I got Pokemon Ruby, which was to replace one that I destroyed.
Wasn't that the one you had to do the battery on?
Yep, and these actually both turned out to have dead batteries in them, but stay tuned for another video and I'll show you how to actually replace them. It's a rather simple process, probably medium difficulty. It's not too bad. I also found a remake of Green, which we didn't get in America, so I got Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advance. A little something for my wife, which was Spyro, and this one is Season of Ice. There's also Season of Fire. They split those two up.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Now you mention it.
And I got a sequel to one of my favorite games when I was younger, which was Legacy of Goku. I picked up Legacy of Goku 2 at a local game store, which was pretty much the last part of our run that day, too.
Yeah, it was.
Which from there, I also got Super Monkey Ball Jr., which, if you haven't played it, it's a really good time waster. I have a lot of fun with it every time. It gets a little frustrating after a while, though, if you're not used to it. One that surprised me, which was Yu Yu Hakusho, which, if you've ever seen the show, it actually kind of goes pretty in line with it.
I never really got in the anime. I tried.
Yeah, it's so far from what I've played, it's following the story, but it's kind of a basic beat 'em up, walk around kind of thing. I also got a Super Mario World, or it's for the Advance, it was Super Mario Advance 2, which includes copy of Super Mario World along with the original Super Mario Brothers.
Yep.
Or no, not Super Mario Brothers, regular Mario Brothers.
The
the arcade one.
Oh, the arcade one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then part of the other find, just through a local website, I got Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Fight Warriors, which for a Game Boy title didn't do too bad with the controls. I was surprised with that.
It was still kind of clunky in a way.
Yeah, with 4 buttons, it wasn't horrible.
Wasn't horrible.
So along with all of that, my main prize find, which I've been looking for probably 5 years now.
Mind you, he almost pushed me into a rack to get this thing.
I nearly killed him just trying to get into it. And that is a Game Boy Micro. And I found a silver edition black body. These ones came with the black and silver faceplate, fully complete, no box, no manual, but it did come with the Game Boy itself and a charger and a faceplate. And to my surprise, the faceplate brackets aren't broken, which is probably the most common thing you'll find.
Yeah, it is really common.
And this was a $24 find, which is insane, because online they go for like $150 to $180.
Right, yeah. In between the stuff that I found and you found, it had to be some collector.
Oh, yeah.
Angry girlfriend, probably.
And there's it looks like it was barely used, and I've been absolutely loving it. So along with that, another console that I didn't bring with me was PS2. And that one I found for $20, which was also crazy. It had no cords, it had one controller, no cords, but that was fine. Thing was epically clean.
I know, right? Mind you, it was the fat PS2, the original,
Yeah.
the OG PS2.
So that was a good find. But look out for later videos. I'm going to show a couple of how to clean Game Boy cartridges, some tips and tricks, along with the battery mods. And can't really do much with the Game Boy. It was pretty clean when I got it. So maybe if I find another one later on, maybe one with a broken bracket, I can probably try and find a donor part to try and put it together. Because Game Boy Micros are kind of notorious for those broken brackets. You have to find a whole nother donor one that's not broken. Other than that, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to cover White Shadow's finds.
Right. And as he said, stay tuned. We'll check out my stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Peace out.